On today's video, we'll be making a liquid soap. This is the material I used, so let's dive into the real video. In today's economy, you have no choice but to learn how to manage your resources very properly. So today, I'll be teaching you guys how to make a transparent liquid soap for your dishwashing. This is going to be our mixing bowl, and these are all the materials that I have for this soap making. This is my color. The first material is my color. There are so many different colors in the market, like the green, the red, the purple, the orange. But I choose this because I want to achieve that lemon fresh look. This is my fragrance and I choose lemon. Like I said, I'm making a lemon fresh. So everything, there's so many other fragrances, but I choose lemon. So this is my XLS, also known as sodium laureth sulfate. This is a foaming agent and very nice, but when you're using it, please, when you're pouring it inside, put away your nose because it has this dust feeling and it looks like a rice. Look at it very well from this video. You see that it looks like a rice. So this is my Texapon. This Texapon is also a foaming agent. I bought both of them for quarter kg and 700 and 500 naira respectively also. Then this is my salt. You might be wondering what salt is doing here, but it serves as a thickener. This is my water I'll be using. Very, very important, very essential. So now let's dive into the making. Then this is me trying to pour in water. I'm pouring in water, a reasonable amount of water for this soap making. Please don't pour all. You can also pour later, pour in more water later, so that you don't make a very watery soup. So I'm adding my Texapon now, and this is one of the tedious parts. Mixing this Texapon is one of the tedious parts of making this soup, but it's not taking more than 30 minutes or so, 45 minutes to mix it up together, depending on the quantity you're doing. If you're doing a quantity as small as mine, please, like in 30 minutes time you're done mixing this. It's going to take you time, but it's worth it. So you have to be patient and persistent and continuously, like you're seeing what I'm doing right now. This is how to persist. You're going to make it to be like, to turn to water. Nothing will remain again. I know it's looking like a rubber, like when you're pressing it or so. So this is the outcome when we're done persisting. As you can see, it have turned into a foam. It is a very, very effective foaming agent. Then now, this is the next one we're going in with. Please put away your nose when you're putting this out to avoid having catarrh, because it has this dusty thing and it's very strong. You can also get a glove if you can use your hand. But I use my hand because it's not harsher in my hand. So I use my hand. Put away your nose when pouring this. So this is the next one. Our XLS is the next we're going to be using, and then we'll mix. We don't have to make this one to dissolve very properly. It will dissolve with time. When you are done making the soup, where you keep it overnight, everything is going to dissolve. So I'm just going to turn it to mix properly, then after which I go in with other ingredients. This is how it's going. You don't need to wait for it to like be dissolve, so you just have to move on with the next ingredient, which is my next ingredient is my salt. Yes, this is our thickener. This is what made it to be thick. When you're making your soup, this is the only ingredient that makes it thick. So you need a salt, a table salt for that matter, the normal cooking salt. So you'll be adding this salt and you'll be checking. Once it thickens, you stop. Excess of it can make your soup not to foam properly. So be careful when you're adding this. When you add, you check as I'm making in this video. I've been doing this soap for a very long time, but I keep on doing this process because I don't want to make mistake. So now I've ensured that the soup has thickened, so I will now have to keep my salt aside and then mix properly. Keep mixing until the thickness comes out very well. Look at it. The more I'm mixing, the more it's becoming more thicker and thicker, and as you can see, it is still foaming. That is the essence. You don't need to put too much salt. Just when you check. Do not do professional, you go and over put salt. Please don't say I'm the one that taught you that one. When you do and people laugh at you, you say you learned it from me. So learn it from me. I'm doing it gradual process. So now I'll go ahead to add more water. There is no late time to add water. You add water at any stage of this soap making. You add water at any stage. So whenever you feel like it's becoming like it's very thick, and you mix and you feel like it's very thick, you add water. So this is me adding more water to my mix. I'm going to be adding this water consistently until I get my desired consistency. So as you can see, it's coming to what I want. So you can see the consistencies, we're getting there. So this liquid soap that you're seeing here can last up to 2 months or 6 weeks, depending on how you use it. If it's very foamy, it's going to last more than that. That is why it's always advisable to do this and use for personal use. Imagine making this something that will last for me as long as for just 1.7. Why? How much is Morning Fresh in the market? How much do you get it? How much do they sell it? Isn't it up to 1.2? And you buy it for how long? How long does it last? So that is it. So making this is very much economical than any other thing. So now I am adding my color. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm using a green color. There are other colors like blue, red, different colors. So I'm using a green because I'm aiming at achieving that Morning Fresh. If you have like Morning Fresh can in your house, you can put it on. Nobody will ever believe it's no Morning Fresh. That is what I'm trying to achieve. So now you turn, you stir. Just a little, as you can see, the little I just added bit by bit so that you don't make mistake and add everything. We are almost getting to the end of this video. This is the last part of this video. This is the last part of this soap making. So guys, if at this point you've not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel, share this video to people who might be willing to learn or do it for themselves, and also turn on your notification bell in case I upload a new video, because this my channel is going to be coming back hot this time around. So guys, I believe at this point you must have learned 1 or 2. I am adding more color because I felt the first color is not enough. You can actually leave it this way. It's not as bad. The color is not as bad because once it settles, it's going to it's going to mix very well and even get darker if you put much. So even this one I added now, it's not even supposed to be necessary, but if you can leave it in the first time, the one I put at the first time, you can leave it that way, it will still turn out very nice. As you can see, I'm adding more water because I want it to get it's very thick, and if it settles, it's still going to be very thick. So you need to add water until you get the desired consistency. So that is exactly what I am doing. And this liquid soap is scent, like the scent. When I added my fragrance, scent was no different from the Morning Fresh we all know. So the next ingredient I'll be adding right now is my fragrance. You can see the consistency. This is exactly what I've been looking for. I've gotten my consistency, so I'll go on to add my fragrance, which is the final step of this soap making. The final and the last step, the last but not the least of this soap making. So this is my fragrance. I'm using a lemon fragrance, so I'll be adding it on my mix. I'm adding it into my mix, and then I stir, I turn, and that is the end of the soap making. You can see it will not even take you up to an hour to make this. It's a sharp soap making. It's not like the other one you soak overnight, then mix. This one is very easy. So this is the outcome of our soap. As you can see, look at now. See the consistency now. See how thick it is. So this is exactly what you get at the end of making this video. And as you can see, the SLS have dissolved everything. I left it overnight. I did this yesterday, and I left it till this morning before I can be able to make this video. As you can see, it have settled. Like
See now, see how good it is. See, and we have our Morning Fresh. I use my Morning Fresh bottle to can it, and this is it. This is it. So subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because I'll be giving you a back-to-back video on tutorials or reviews or whatsoever. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.